Zap 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 Lightning. Zap Zap Lightning.
Hello everybody, it's me, the LEGO Dude, and in today's video I'll be talking about the summer 2024 LEGO Batman sets which have all been officially revealed by LEGO. LEGO have mostly stopped making DC sets for now, but fortunately we're still at least getting new Batman sets. Kicking things off, we have the 76274 Batman with the Batmobile versus Harley Quinn and Mr. Freeze. It'll be releasing on August 1st for $60 with 435 pieces. The title for this set is one of the clunkiest I've ever seen on a LEGO set and is unintentionally quite hilarious. First, looking at the box art, it looks great with Gotham in the background and the Batmobile racing down a road fighting the villains. There's also the Batman animated series logo in the bottom right corner, which is always cool to see. The back of the box shows Gotham in the background and the Batmobile parked in the foreground with the play feature shown on the bottom and Batman fighting the villains. This is overall some top quality box art that I'm happy with. Looking at the minifigures here, we first have Batman, who I think looks great here. He's based off the animated version of Batman and looks exactly how I would have envisioned him looking in LEGO. He has the classic cartoon Bat logo and yellow utility belt, but unfortunately has a black and gray color scheme instead of the classic dark blue and gray we see from most animated Batmans. I prefer the old cartoon look with the blue and gray, but this is still good here and I think is actually more accurate in the context of the series it's based off of. His cape is made of a hard rubbery material, which I assume is to add to the cartoon effect, and he of course has his batarangs included too. And next up we have Mr. Freeze, who I think looks good here. The torso print is accurately basic, but it's a shame that he didn't have accurate arm printing to counteract that. The face print and helmet look great, but every time I look at it, it kinda just looks like an egg-shaped head. The last minifigure here is Harley Quinn, who looks awesome with the accurate checkered black and red pattern prints on the legs, torso, and hat. Overall, these are all great minifigures, but in a $60 set, there really should have been more when you take into account the relatively small build. Looking at the Batmobile now, I think it looks absolutely incredible. The dark blue color scheme, while not accurate to the series it's based off, gives off some of the old school cartoon vibes, which I think is awesome, and the design in general is incredibly smooth. Usually LEGO try to have as many studs showing as possible, but they didn't do that here. It drives smoothly as well, and when moving forward, the exhaust flames move around, which is a really cool little feature. The cockpit piece opens up, and inside the Batmobile is enough space to fit Batman inside without removing his cape, which is great to see. The back part inside is open to make space for the cape, however it actually doesn't even mess with the design. Also included here is a plaque with a ton of cool details with the Batman animated series logo and the in-universe length, width, acceleration, maximum speed, fuel, and engine. There's an interesting little gray stand which you can rotate the top piece on to attach the plaque before placing the Batmobile on top of it. Overall, this is an amazing set design-wise, but for $60 I really don't think it's worth it. The 20% off deal you usually see on LEGO sets is what the actual retail price should be for this set. If you find it for 15 to 20% off or more, it'll definitely be worth considering buying, but for $60 it's way too much. Next up we have the 76272, the Batcave with Batman, Batgirl, and the Joker. It'll release on August 1st for $35 with 184 pieces. This set also has a ridiculously long and clunky title, which is particularly odd considering that it's a set specifically designed to appeal to young children. Looking at the box art, as with most Batman sets with box art, it's of an exceptional quality. The background is of the Batcave, which looks awesome, and on the back of the box is the full lineup of everything included. Looking at the minifigures now, we have Batman, who has a completely black and yellow color scheme but is otherwise similar to the Batman in the Batmobile with only some slight torso changes. He also has a cloth cape instead of a rubber cape. Next up is the Batgirl minifigure, who has a gray and yellow color scheme with a blue cloth cape. The final minifigure we have here is the Joker, who is a reuse from a couple of 2023 sets and looks cool with all the detailed printing. It's a nice set, but for $35 and being marketed towards young children, it should at least have one more minifigure to allow for more play. Looking at the set itself now, it has a lot of great stuff for young children to play with. There's a miniature Batwing which you can put one of your minifigures on, which is cool to see, and also the Joker car, which seems to be made of about 8 large pieces and looks hilarious. The main build here has a little cell to put Joker in after you capture him, and the rest of the Batcave is a giant tile with a really cool print and buckets of what I'll call Batman decorations lying around, including some kryptonite and some money. For kids, this is a nice little colorful set that's great for play, but $35 is a very steep price for it. Next up we have the 76273 Batman construction figure and the Batpod bike, releasing on August 1st for $65 with 713 pieces. This set again has another clunky title for some reason. The box art looks great with the Batpod racing down a tunnel on the front and being parked on the back of the box. The Batman buildable character isn't half bad for a LEGO buildable character, and since he has his cowl on, the usually creepy eyes on these aren't a problem. This buildable character is bulky enough to look as normal as you can get with these, and the cape also helps out a ton with making it look as good as it is. The Batpod bike is 16.5 inches or 39.65 centimeters in length and is a solid solidly designed Technic build. To attach Batman to the Batpod bike, there are some arm and leg handles that you can clamp him onto. Overall, this is a very interesting set, which I think is cool, but $65 is an insane price to have here. There seems to be a theme with these Batman sets of being way overpriced, which also applies here. Finally, the last set we have is the 76270 Batman Mech, which will release on August 1st for $15 with 140 pieces. It has the same Batman as in the 4 Plus set with the absurdly clunky title, but thankfully here it doesn't have a clunky title at all. The mech itself looks really cool and would definitely serve its purpose of appealing to children. The mech has a batarang in one hand and a stud shooter in the other. I like the mechs much more than a lot of people, and I'd say that this one here is another solid one. $15 feels like a bit much, but at 20% off or more, this will be a nice set to pick up if you're interested in the mech Lego sets. Overall, this is a nice wave of new Batman Lego sets, but the prices are insane for most of these. Alright everyone, that is everything for today's video. Tell me your thoughts about these summer 2024 Batman Lego sets in the comment section down below. Which of these Batman Legos is your favorite? What do you think of the weird titles for all of these sets? Do you think this is a good wave of Batman Legos or a bad wave? And one last thing before you leave, please remember to hit the subscribe button with the notifications bell and leave a like on the video. Bye!